Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Motivating Monday. Today, I'll be expounding on some verses that I find memorable and uplifting. Have you been troubled by the storms of life lately? Today, I'll share on the story of Jesus walking on water. The verse I would like to focus on, in particular, is Matthew chapter 14, verses 31 to 32. I'll be reading from the New King James Version. It reads, "And immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him, and said to him, O you of little faith, why did you doubt? And when he got in the boat, the wind ceased." Prior to walking on water, Jesus goes up to the mountains to be alone and pray to God, or he sends his disciples before him to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. Now around the fourth watch of night, the boat carrying his disciples was being tossed by waves and heavy winds. Upon seeing his disciples' struggles on the waters, he went out to them and walked on water. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they cried out in fear, thinking he was a ghost. But Jesus spoke and assured them, and told them to have courage, for it was only him. And Peter answered, and told Jesus to command Peter to come out of the water towards him. And Peter stepped out the boat and walked on water. But when he saw the winds were heavy, he began to sink, and cried out to the Lord to save him. Then Jesus caught him and asked why he had doubted. And when they got back in the boat, the wind ceased. Now, although Peter had great faith in Jesus, as can be seen by him stepping out onto the stormy sea to walk towards him, he still doubted when he saw the raging waves, and thus he began to sink. Even though we might have already obeyed God's word and have placed our faith in him, life's trials and tribulations might at times cause our faith to waver. You can see from Peter's example that it was not the dangerous situation that was endangering his life, but his momentary lack of faith in Jesus that endangered his life. We have to watch our faith, and if we notice it wavering, we must actively seek to strengthen or rebuild it in times of doubt. In Peter's case, Jesus stretched out his hand and saved him even after he was doubted by Peter. It shows that the Lord will still save us, but only if we let ourselves be saved. He'll always provide a way back to him if we're willing to listen and obey. And when they got back in the boat, the wind ceased. We are able to cast our worries away because God exists. We can trust that He will provide a way for us to overcome our struggles and allow us to have peace, like the winds being calmed. However, sometimes, how the Lord saves us might not be so obvious. We can't expect Him to miraculously save us or have our problems immediately go away upon asking Him. Instead, it will be in other subtle ways, such as, for example, prayer, as prayer could take away some of our worries and give us a momentary peace of mind. Or it might be in the form of support, such as providing the friends and family or brethren in the church to help you through difficult times. These are the things God does that gives us the courage to face our problems. The most important thing is to remember to never close ourselves off from God, or else we face drowning in our own stress. We must be receptive and ask God for help through prayer, and He will provide for you. If the storms of life have you feeling lost in this period, remember to open up to God and have faith in Him.